I think no. In the end, very fair result. I think both teams never really sit back and let the other one get one over each other. We both teams were having a real go at it, and it was a real good display of South African football. You know where we've come from and where we are at the moment. So pity there was no goals to provide us that entertaining football, but it was tactically, it was a very perfect game from both teams. As much as I think my team was slightly better and had the upper hand and had probably more of the game-winning opportunities. I know Sundowns had that one chance where they counter because we went to sleep, and then they hit a quick counter and near miss just across the pitch of the small box area where they could have scored. But other than that, they really didn't cause that much of a threat to our goal. Veli had one of the easiest games in a very long time in goals because defensively we were very structured, we were very organized, we didn't make silly mistakes. So I think we were by far a well-organized team. And then when we had opportunities to break on the counter and the transition, we did that with good quality and good speed. But unfortunately, our end product let us down a little bit. So in the end, a fair result probably for both teams, but a more disappointing one for me because I think 3 points is what would take us ever so close to Sundowns, to our rivals, and a draw suited them very much. You know, they still stay 6 points ahead of us, and yeah, so they would be the happier. But I'm super proud. And I'm extremely proud of my players, the whole team in general for the tenacity that they have and the character and the hunger and desire that they show. You know, to be so dominant against a Sundowns team where so many people have said when teams play Sundowns, they literally park the bus. And I could swear it was a little bit other way around because in a long time I haven't seen Mkulisi, Mabue, Rivaldo Kutsia, Lyle Kay, Moreno defend as much as they did today because they were on the back foot from our players. So I think the outcome was fair, but I always want more. So that's my assumption of the game.
Your analysis, do you think you are getting closer, to Sundowns with the level of overall? Do you getting closer to them?
Listen, I think we're making good progress. We're making good progress. You must remember, I never had a pre-season with this team. You know, I never had the opportunity to install the mindset, the mentality, and what you see now. I didn't have the chance to do that with the team from the first day from the first day of the season. You know, I got them a quarter way through the season, and I had to quickly turn around all that and change everything. So yeah, it's been fantastic as much as we're getting closer. But yeah, I would still love to have a full pre-season where you can work on what it is we need to work on to become even a more tactically sound team, like you have Sundowns, a well-oiled machine, because they've been together for so long. They've seasons and seasons with each other, whereas I didn't have that. I just had come in and then I had to start off from the off. But I think the progress that we show looks like we're heading in the right direction. We're gonna get there eventually, but it might not be this season, but the next season is definitely a planning permission to succeed and get even more closer to Sundowns than what we are at the moment.
Greeting, coach. Greeting, colleagues. Coach, you're speaking about next season. I see that Kauti is enjoying his game at Amazulu, and we know that he's on loan from Captain City. Are you planning maybe to signing permanently, especially as you might go to the CAF competition? Thanks.
Yeah, Zuki is someone that I really respect, and I really appreciate him as a football player, unlike where he came from. So of course I know his qualities, I know his attributes, I know what he can bring to the team. So I would love to keep him, but that obviously is all up to his parent club. You know, the club where we got him on loan from. If the sum of money becomes ridiculous because a player is enjoying himself playing for me and he's doing well under my leadership and under my guidance than what he was at his previous club, and then because of that we're going to be held to ransom, then the circumstances change. But yeah, it's a player that I really like, and I think he's a fantastic addition to Amazulu team, and he's a player that he's fitted in from the first day he came here. So I would love to keep him, but it all depends if the price is right. I'm not gonna stay at the barrel of the gun because we're not desperate.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much as well, Mr. McCarthy. Thank you. Coach, quite unfortunate on the result, but I just wanted to find out, Coach, this is untouched waters for you, being second or for the club, the players as well. So maybe there might be a bit of, the players being a bit too relaxed. How are you planning on, shutting that out, telling the players that, look, you guys haven't won anything, you guys haven't achieved anything?
At Ajax Amsterdam, I won the Dutch league. I won a lot of things as a player. So I was first at FC Porto. I won championships. I won league titles. We were first. So uncharted territories, maybe for other people, but for me, no. And I think we've shown the capacity we're able to work under, and what we can achieve with the mindset, the mentality that we have. So my players know, for one, that we don't get to take anything for granted. Whatever we've worked for, we've earned, and we would like to keep it that way. We want to continue to keep working and working and working. So we don't take anything for granted. So when I do get a question like that, what do I do to keep my players grounded? My players is very grounded. More grounded they won't ever be, because they have a coach who has probably been there where no other player in South Africa has ever been. So they know about charity begins at home. My team have a coach who's been in some of the most competitive dressing rooms in world football, who's been there. So being humble, being respectful is what I do best. And that's why I was able to achieve what I have. Now that I'm a coach, I'm trying to live by the same code. So you will never have a single player playing for me and not be humble and not be respectful and not think that you take life for granted. Then you're not a Benni McCarthy, and I'm a Zulu player, if that would be your mentality. So I don't need to do anything to keep my players grounded and think that they've arrived. They know what's demanded and what's expected from them every single day. So you don't need to worry about my players thinking that they've arrived, because they know they're far from arriving. And we're working towards being at the top of the mountain and wanting to stay there.
Just on that note of the squad, and obviously yourself, Munir, Bele have all won things. Coach Basil as well, and then a few of the players in the dressing room. But is there a general belief in the dressing room that you guys are challenging Sundowns for the title this season with 7 games still to go for you guys? And then secondly, just that we saw the altercation with Musa Lebusa. Can you maybe just share some of the words Coach Steve said to you in on the side of the pitch there? We saw a bit of that as well.
Oh, shucks. Yeah, no, I think on your first question there, Chatters, listen, I think we're challenging ourselves. We're challenging ourselves every day to become better, to be better, and to expect more, and to get to a level where we can be happy within ourselves of where we are, and that's when the results will be good, and we can get ever so close to achieving that, you know. And yeah, I think if you look at the difference in the squad, our squad compared to Sundowns, they have strength and they have depth in every department. So competing against them is extremely difficult. But when we play them, we don't look at those aspects of the game outside the pitch. We look at 11 players against 11, the biggest hearts, the most desire, who has the most desire, who has the willingness, and who wants to take the fight to the other. And that's how we look at things. And based on that, we think we can match any team. So yeah, when you look at today's performance was an Amazulu team that didn't have no respect for the opposition or what they've done or what they have. You know, we believe that we can also achieve, we can compete, and we're sharing the pitch, we're sharing the stage, and we're not gonna get outdone by anyone today, you know. So yeah, so if that answers your question, I think we've got what it takes within us to compete. But I think, yeah, Sundowns is obviously they're in a better position. They're 6 points ahead, and they've got 2 games in hand. So you win your 2 games, and then the situation escalates more. But not everyone had at the same start, you know. I started late in the race. I joined the race, and now I'm just trying to finish it. But I want to prep myself for next season, where I can also have the same start as everyone else. And then I want to contest, and then I want people to ask me this question again if I think we've got what it takes to compete for the league, if we're challenging, because yeah, then everyone had a fair start, and I think that would be probably fair on everyone to say that, okay, so, you know, you've started on the same line as everybody else, so maybe you should know how far you can go. But yeah, we want to push Sundowns as far as we can, put on the pressure and see if, you know, if they continue to do so. If so, then yeah, we congratulate them for the champions, if they can manage to do that. But until then, it's not over till it's over, and we'll just continue to go and go and go and grow and become better, and that's it. And then on your second question, it's emotions in the game. There was no swearing, or there was nothing. It was just an altercation, because obviously Sundowns had an opportunity to almost win the game, to almost steal the game from nothing, because of, you know, the urgency that they were trying. They threw the ball in when our team wasn't ready, and then they attacked us. and then they almost went to score. So then when the ball came out, and then Majora was trying to take a quick, and the way the player behaved in an aggressive manner towards Majora, because, and I think it was more just from there, and I thought it was going to be a more physical altercation between the two, and I just separated. So as I separated them, the player obviously felt that I was more leaning towards wanting to fight with him than pull Majoro out the way. So it was just, yeah, it was just emotional. So, but yeah, there was no disrespect between the player towards me or me towards the player. It was just a simple, like saying, you know, and obviously Coach Steve was also just asking if the player was in any way disrespectful towards me, and that, but no, but it's emotions, you know, it happens. I do that quite a lot. I let the emotions get sometimes the better of me, and you have a moment of madness, and then vice versa. So when the player is on the pitch, he's tired, he's been working exceptionally hard, and now the opponent is coming at him, and then you have the coach that also gets in your face, and of course, yeah, sometimes you lose your sense a little bit, and then you answer back or you think, and then it causes a big stir, a big hoo-ha. But in all fairness, there was nothing in it, really.
Thanks, Coachy.
Welcome, chatters.
No, I just want to find out if the coach has given up on Mahlambi, because it doesn't appear as if he's part of his plans. If Mahlambi is not part of the coach's plans, what is it that he's not getting right at training? You know, what is wrong with him?
I think like I said, I don't know how many times must I repeat myself. Players need to work to play in the team. Players need to impress themselves. And that's simple as it is. You know, if you don't play, if you don't see yourself playing in the team, it's because you're not working hard enough. And that's end of. There's 2 ways or 3 ways or any other thing other than that. I don't care about talent. Talent is nothing without hard work. And if anyone doesn't work hard, they don't play with me. Simple. And if you see a player is not there, it's because, yeah, they need to work hard. They need to push their teammates to get themselves in the team, and that's all it is, you know. And I've not given up on anyone. I never give up on a player, but I also can't make it easy for anyone. You still have to work hard. You still have to fight your teammates for competition, you know. No one in life gets an easy ride. You know, I've seen far too many players, top class, world-class players who don't succeed because of that way, you know, because people are always making excuses, or people are always like, because they have the quality, they don't need to work hard. They don't need to work hard, and you can use them in your team. And then at the end of the day, a coach gets fired because you go against your principle. So my principle is simple: talent plus hard work. Not talent, no hard work, don't work. So you need to have both attributes to play. And most of the players you watch this game today, if there was a player who wasn't willing to work, it was lights out for either teams. You know, you saw the intensity, you saw the pace of the game. So if you don't have a work ethic, a hard work ethic, you're not going to compete, you're not going to succeed. And I'm afraid that's the harsh reality of the modern day football. So unfortunately, for whoever it is, whether it's Pakamani, whether it's anyone, if you're not willing to put in the work, to work hard and compete and be the front runner of your position in trainings, and then you won't be selected. That's how it is. Thank you.